Hey everyone, welcome back to Maggie Hayes Yoga. I am very excited about today's flow. I love it. I just practiced it myself on my own. We are doing a heart-centered, heart-focused, heart-opening flow to just help us really surrender to our lives, to the moment exactly as it is. I think it's so natural and kind of just easy for us to want to control the situation. And so that control kind of leads us to meet the present moment with a lot of resistance when we're trying to direct how we want things to go, when we're trying to kind of like impose our own expectations onto the moment, and we just stop our lives from flowing as they're meant to. So opening the heart space, relieving this tension, is not only going to literally, figuratively, physically open us up, but it's also going to give us a lot of strength. So between the strength and the opening, that combination just really helps instill like a deep trust and a deep knowing within us that we are exactly where we're meant to be in our lives. So let's get going. All right, so we are going to get started in a child's pose. So just go ahead and find that shape. Big toes can come together and your knees can be apart or together. Keeping them apart is going to start to work into your hip flexors, and then keeping them together is going to start to work into your low back. So just whatever feels better in the body right now. Extend the arms forward towards the top of the mat, and then just relax the head down. Connect the point between the eyebrows down into the mat. Maybe take a moment to roll the brow line back and forth a little bit, just releasing any lingering tension. And then start to find stillness. And exhale all your air out. Take a slow, steady breath in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a slow, steady breath in. And out the nose, a full exhale. Inhale to roll yourself up into a tabletop position. And we'll start with some cat-cow. Start to move the spine around. So take an inhale to drop your belly, arch your spine, look up. Exhale to round the spine, pull the belly in, push the floor away. Inhale, arch the spine, shoulders down, collarbones wide. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to your chest, reach your middle back up. Inhale, arch the spine, reach the chin forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, navel pulls in, push the floor away. Good, come back to a neutral tabletop. And we'll find puppy pose, start to work into the shoulders, start to make space in that upper spine. So palms come forward to the top of the mat, and then the chest lowers down. And as the chest lowers down, you want to keep your hips stacked over your knees and the tops of your feet pushing down to the ground. When you start to lower your chest down, your forehead can come down to the mat, or if you have a little more space, your chin can come down. Eventually you're working on chin, chest, down on the ground. So keep pushing into the tops of your feet. Feet stay hips width distance apart. Tailbone tips up to the ceiling. Navel stays pulled in tight. Keep that low belly pulled in. Shoulder blades are going to wrap away from each other. And fingertips reach forward. Breathe here into the upper back, into that tight space that you might feel. And then inhale to come all the way forward onto your belly. Start to lengthen and move the spine around a little bit more with locust pose. So the arms come by the sides, legs squeeze together, fingernails push down to the ground so your palms face up. On an exhale, you want to pull your belly in, push your pelvis down, and then inhale to lift your chin, your chest, your legs start to come up, but those fingernails stay pushing down to the ground. So you want to think about making a lot of length here. Your chin is going to reach forward and your toes are going to reach back. So you want to find kind of like a banana shape, or maybe like a canoe. I don't know. What do I look like? Shoulders pull down. Keep the back of your neck long. Keep squeezing legs together. Reach your inner thighs up for 3. Big toes squeeze together for 2. And lower it down 1. Let's start to open up those shoulders a little more. So bring your arms out like a T. Palms are going to face down for this one. You want to bend your left knee. We're going to open this left hip and step your left toes to the outside of your right hip. So you start to roll over onto this right shoulder and push into your right palm. You want to create some activation in this right arm using some of those muscles to protect this stretch as it opens the shoulders. Left hand can just come down to the side. All right, let's take it other side. Come back to the center. Bend that right knee. Left palm extends out. Opening right hip. Stepping over, opening left shoulder. Lots of rights and lefts going on. I'm going to do my best to keep them straight. Sometimes it's still hard to determine the left from the right. Come on back center. And I still have to make the little L's with my fingers. Anyways, take an inhale here. And then come back to your tabletop as you exhale. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And you can pedal it out here. First down dog can always be a little bit messy if you want to pedal out the legs. Maybe stretch out your hips. Just whatever feels good. You're starting to really notice your body. Notice what's going on. Where are you feeling tight? And let's take some spinal rolls here. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift up the heels, start to curl through the tailbone, so kind of rounding your low back, and then pulling the belly in as you send that round all the way forward to the top of the spine, through the back of the neck, lifting the head, and then leading with the tailbone as you make your way back to down dog. So let's go through about 4 more of those. Pulling the belly in, rounding the low back, rounding the middle back, wrapping the shoulders, lifting the head up, leading with the tailbone as you make your way back. Good, 3 more. Rounding low back, middle back, upper back. Tailbone brings you back to down dog. 2 more, come forward. Send it back, shoulders pull down. Last one, lift the heels, round the spine, come forward, and then bring it back down dog. Start to walk the feet all the way forward to meet the hands. Coming into a ragdoll forward fold. So feet are hips width distance apart. You can measure those 2 fists between your feet. Keep a little bend in the knees, weight forward in the toes. Relax the head, the neck, maybe grab opposite elbows. Take a few breaths here. So just letting the body release, letting the body surrender. And then let go of the elbows, whatever you're holding onto. Keep a bend in the knees as you start to round your way up to stand. Head comes up last, move nice and slow, really articulate the spine. Moving vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, now we're gonna take Bikram half moon. So I'll turn to face you. I think the camera might cut off my arms, but that's okay. Big toes are gonna come together, and then inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers and release your index finger and your thumb. So arms are up, heels are down, squeeze your legs together, pull your belly in tight. Take an inhale to lengthen fingertips up, shoulders up, and then exhale. Bend the fingertips over to the right, kick the hips over to the left. So you're opening up this left side body. Keep pushing down into your heels, especially that left heel. Keep squeezing legs together. Keep the hips in one line. Next inhale, pick it back up. Stay for the exhale. Lengthen on your inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bend it left, hips to the right. Keep the shoulders in one line, so maybe pull that right shoulder back. Chin is away from the chest. Keep the gaze out in front of you, and bottom hand can kind of pull that top hand further over. Oh, that feels really good. Next inhale, pick it back up. Look up at your thumbs. We're gonna take a little back bend here. So reconfirm the strength in your legs. Squeeze them together, heels push down. Inhale to get as tall as you possibly can, fingertips up. And then exhale, move just the fingertips back, and then start to follow your thumbs with your eyes. You want to start your back bend at the top of your spine. So tip of your index finger reaches up and reaches back. Palms squeeze together, chest puffs up, belly pulls in, legs squeeze together, heels push down, reach, hold 3, navel in 2, 1, bring it back up. Bring the arms by the sides, close your eyes, be still. You want to just let that energy settle for a second. So no fidgeting, no grabbing your clothes, no fixing your hair. Just be and just breathe. Bring the palms together at the center of your chest. Flutter your eyes open. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Press your palms together, squeeze your legs together. And then forward fold on an exhale, hinging at the hips. Weight forward in your toes. Take a half lift as you inhale, so low back straightens out, crown of head reaches forward. Bring your feet hips width distance apart, and then we're just gonna step that left foot back, finding a low lunge. So hands come to frame that front foot, right knee comes over the right ankle. On an inhale, you're gonna find a high lunge. Reach the arms all the way up, chest up. So with that front foot, push down with the ball of your foot, the pinky toe ball in the center of the heel. Your back heel is lifted and pulling forward, keeping the back heel above the big toe. Take an inhale here. Warrior 2 on your exhale. So that back heel comes down. So now the back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Push down through the outer edge of the back foot. Tailbone is down. Shoulder blades squeeze together, and you want to feel a little lift in the center of your chest. Reverse warrior. So flipping your front palm, sending the fingertips up and back, opening up the right side body. Keep pushing down into that front heel. Stay low in the front knee. Outer edge of the back foot is down. One more inhale to reach here. And then exhale, find a low lunge to cartwheel the hands down. Low crescent lunge. So back knee comes down. Untuck your back toes. Reach the arms all the way up. So you want to firm up your foundation here, your base, so your feet push down with the top of your back foot and the 3 points of that front foot. Hug your inner thighs together so you're using the strength in your legs and in your hips, and you're not just like sinking down, just chilling here. You want to find some strength, some lift. So find the inner thighs hugging together, navel pulling in and up. Interlace the fingers up overhead, and then release your index finger and your thumb. We're going to move into a little back bend. So inhaling to lengthen first, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, move just your fingertips back, follow your thumbs with your eyes. So just like in that other back bend, you want it to start at the top of your spine. Crown of the head is going to reach up and back. Chest puffs up. Navel pulls in. Inner thighs hug together. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Bring it back up. Plant your palms down. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. On an inhale, step the left foot up to meet the right, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. So low lunge, left side. Finding that midline, so hugging everything in towards the center of your body. Inner thighs hugging together, navel pulling in and up. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up, high lunge. So find the 3 points of your front foot. Back heel pulls forward. Inner thighs together. Navel in and up. Chest up. Inhale here. Warrior 2. Exhale. So front knee is over the ankle. And tractioning out over to the left to really help you open up those hips. Tailbone down. Back bottom ribs pick up so you keep your low spine straight. Reach out from the fingertips. And then find your reverse warrior, flipping the front palm, sending them up and back. Navel pulls to spine. Reach with that left shoulder, and this back hand should have little to no weight in it. You want the support to come from your legs. Deep inhale to lengthen left side of the body. Exhale, find your low lunge. Hands come to frame the front foot. And then low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Back knee down, arms come up. So always keeping this heart space really free, really open. Not letting the shoulders round forward, but keeping the shoulders down away from the ears and that lift in the center of the chest. You really want to feel that. Up overhead, interlace your fingers. Release your index finger and your thumb. Squeeze your palms together. Take an inhale to lengthen up. And then an exhale to find your back bend. Chest puffs up, belly pulls in, inner thighs hug together. Ball of your front foot is glued down, and the top of your back foot pushes down. Keep lengthening the back bottom ribs away from your hips. And then bring it all the way back up. Hands come down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. On an inhale, feet together, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to come all the way up, rise up, look up. And then forward fold, exhale, pour down. Half lift, inhale. Step back to a plank pose on your exhale. Take an inhale here, push into your palms, belly in. And then slowly lower down on your exhale. For cobra pose, I'm a little out of breath. Okay, legs squeeze together, tops of your feet push down, palms plant under your shoulders, tops of fingers line up with the tops of the shoulders. And then on an inhale, start to reach your chin, your chest forward, 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 and then eventually up. So back bending, those heart opening postures, they're not so much about bending your spine. I mean, it is, but that I always feel like that part comes second. You want the first priority to be to lengthen your spine. So with this cobra, you're reaching your chin, your chest forward so you can lengthen the upper spine and then eventually bending it back. Shoulders are away from the ears and the palms and the elbows pull back. Hold 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Take a breath here. Bring the arms by the sides. And we'll take bow pose. So feet come hips width distance apart. And then bend at the knees. And you want to reach back for the outer edges of your feet. Now my limbs are super long, so it's just kind of easy for me to just reach back and grab my feet. But if you can't get there, just feel for making that connection. And then if you find it, just staying right here is enough. You can stay right here. But if you got a little more in you, pull your belly in, push your pelvis down, And then inhale to kick into the feet as you lift your legs, your chest, your chin. So you want to push down through the pelvis and the stomach. Reach your chest forward. Relax your shoulders, relax your biceps, but keep kicking into the hands. And remember, we're lengthening the spine first before bending. So really reaching forward with the chest. Lengthening the hips away from the ribs. Kick for 3. Breathe for 2. Lower down to 1. Arms by the sides, legs out. Take a second. All right, and from here, just roll yourself over onto your back for bridge pose. So walk the heels in towards the hips, planting the feet down, hips width distance apart. And you want your heels to be in close enough to the hips so that you can just graze your heels with your middle finger. So you don't want the feet to be like all the way out here. You don't want them to be super in towards the hips. You want to find that kind of happy medium, that nice distance. Arms by the sides, push your low back down, and then inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips up. Push down through the 3 points of your feet. So remember, balls of the feet, pinky toe ball, centers of the heels. Hips lift up higher. Navel pulls to spine. Chest moves towards the chin, not chin towards the chest. Chest towards the chin, so you can open up those shoulders and lengthen the spine. If you want to take this into wheel pose, you can go ahead. Palms are going to plant on either sides of the ears. Fingertips face your heels. Elbows stay stacked over the wrists. Push yourself up. So staying really strong through the legs, rooting down through the feet, lifting up with the hips. Navel pulls in. Chest opens up. Spine lengthens. We're here for 5. Finding a lot of height for 4. Navel in tight for 3. Using the core to protect your low back for 2. 1, lower it down. If you're in wheel, lift your heels. And we'll take a supine pigeon. So left foot stays planted down. Right ankle crosses over your left knee. Flex through this right foot, and then either stay right here, or you can hug the back of that left thigh, hug it in closer towards your body. Maybe close the eyes. Come back to that slow breath. And with this right knee, think about reaching it out. So lengthening it out to the right. Release the arms. Find a cactus shape with your arms. So bending at the elbows, backs of the hands come down. Fully cross your legs, so cross at the knees. And then we're going to let the knees fall over to the right. If comfortable, you can look left, taking a twist. So this is a little deeper twist than just your usual supine twist. So if this feels like it's too much, uncross your knees and just stack your legs. But if it's good, you can keep keep your legs crossed, pull your belly in. And then bring it back up through center. And we'll plant the right foot down, cross that left ankle over, flex through the left foot, and then find your depth. Pushing down through the low back. Shoulder blades are grounded down. Breathing deep, sending the breath into any point of tension, any tight space. And then release the arms, find that cactus shape, fully crossing at the knees, let them fall to the left. If comfortable, look right. Decompressing the spine with a twist. Breathing into the chest. bringing it back up through center. And we'll finish with a little inversion. So you can just find a waterfall pose. Legs can come straight up. What's also great is legs against the wall. If you want to like scoot your hips up towards the wall and just let your legs kind of chill there. So you can stay here, or you can find a full shoulder stand. So you're going to point through those big toes. Lift your hips up off the ground. Point your big toes up straight to the ceiling. Use your hands to support your low back. And ultimately, you're working on the alignment of shoulders stacked below the hips, stacked below the ankles. Still reaching up with your big toes, squeezing the legs together, pushing down with the tops of your shoulders so there's no tension in your neck, no pressure in your neck. Again, maybe closing the eyes, keeping the focus on the point between the eyebrows. And then allowing yourself to come all the way down. Finding your final rest. Legs out long and wide. Arms by the sides, palms face up. Positioning yourself in this moment of release, of surrendering, of accepting things exactly as they are. So whether that is physical sensations, whether that is your thoughts, maybe it's some noise or distraction going on around you. Just allowing everything to be exactly as it is and knowing that whatever is going on, that it doesn't define who you are, it doesn't define where you're going. And only you can do that. So I invite you to stay in this moment for as long as you can. Allowing yourself to be still, allowing yourself to rest. And I will see you next time. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Namaste.